Shalom. I want to give a foremost to all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones that like teach 100% true. Shalom, Barakatham to them. Give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadish. Tonight's lesson is going to be about various verses. Put various talk relating to topics pertaining to the verses. We'll start out with Ecclesiasticus 40 and 12, and also Ecclesiasticus 40, 18 and 19. We'll start with them. This Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 40 and 12. All bribery and injustice shall be blotted out, but the true dealing shall endure forever. That relates to injustice will not prosper. That relates to the wicked. This is Ecclesiastes 40, 18 and 19. To labor and to be content with that a man have is a sweet life, but he that findeth a treasure is above them both. Wages and wealth, money, material things, but the true treasure to find relates to wisdom, and wisdom is more valuable than both. Number 19. Children and the building of a city continue a man's name, but a blameless wife is counted above them both. And both verses talk about the joys of life. Now that whole chapter talks about 1 through 11 human wretchedness. That's 1 through 11. 12 through 17 talks about injustice will not prosper. 18 to 27 the joys of life. 28 through 30 disgrace of begging. Let's move to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 38 4 through 6. Ecclesiasticus 38 4 through 6. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Which means they won't dislike or hate them. Number 5. Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he have given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works. That's concerning physicians and health, and it relates to medicinal purposes relating to what the Lord had, Lord's creation relating to medicinal health and medicinal health and medicinal purposes relating to natural remedies relating to the earth, because it's all good. Now that chapter 1 through 15 talks about concerning physicians and health. 16 to 23 on the mourning for the dead. 24 and 34 talks about trades and crafts. The activity of the scribes is verse 35. Now 4 makes the point. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them, because they were meant for our benefit, to use specifically as the Lord had created for them to be used. But unfortunately, man takes what's good and corrupts it and makes it bad. So it uses it for things that it wasn't meant to be used for. All right, let's continue on. I'm going to read Psalms 58, 2 through 4. Ye in heart, ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. And that relates to that whole chapter, relates to the just judgment of the wicked. The just judgment of the wicked. 1 through 11, verses 1 to 11. Number 3 makes the point. Even in thy womb they are wicked. They are born to be a certain way and act a certain manner. You know what I mean? And when as soon as they get loose, they're gonna do as they were created to do. And that relates to the wicked. Because you understand, the wicked are created to be wicked. The only thing they know how to do is what they were created to to ultimately do it, ultimately what was fulfilled for them to do. Ultimately, Yahweh. This is number 94, 20 through 23. See the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law. They gather themselves together against the soul of righteousness and condemn the innocent blood. This relates to the wicked condemning the righteous, which ultimately is in this case, the nation of Israel, man. But the Lord in my defense and my God is the rock of my refuge, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Ye, the Lord our God, shall cut them off. Relating to the wicked, their plans, their enterprises, their wicked endeavors are ultimately they're not going to be fulfilled. They're going to be cut off, and they're not going to prosper. You know what I mean? Put that with what I was reading relating to 58, 2 through 4 of Psalms, man. So all their endeavors, their vices, and everything are going to be pretty much cut off. The Lord is going to allow them to get to a certain point, and pretty much at that certain point, they're not going to go beyond that certain point. You know what I mean? And this relates 1 through 23, how is refuge of the righteousness. Because ultimately the Lord is the buckler, the shield, the protector, the righteous protector, man, of the righteous, related to the nation of Israel. I'm going to read verses Mark 3:24 and 26, and also Matthew 12:25 and 26. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand. Both have an end. That relates to a house divided cannot stand. That's what's happening now. We see the division among the ranks of brethren of certain nations of people and groups of nations of people going against one another. The impatience, related to pretty much this COVID virus, related to these restrictions and the stay-at-home orders, people are starting to become impatient. You put that with 2 Ezra 15 and 16. The sedition, they begin to take the course of the power and action in their hands against the princes and the powers, man. Because ultimately, that we get the precursors of that sedition relating to right now in this country, man, in various states. For example, in counties in California, people are beginning to go against the stay-at-home order. Be related to this COVID virus. So that impatience, pre-sedition is beginning to develop. In other countries, like I was saying, especially last year, various respected countries, they were protesting about various things, social, economical, and financial matters. It's still protesting even currently to now. Continue on. So it's not going to be. It's going to be no different here in this country. It's surely coming to that. 12 and 25 and 26. Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? It's not going to stand. A house divided is a house that falls, man. It's like that domino effect. One domino falls down, guess what? They all fall down. It's all in a row. So that's what's going to happen. Economically, it's falling. It's dividing. Financially, economically, socially. This kingdom is beginning to deteriorate within and outside. Internally, externally. So it's divided to eventually will collapse. And that's what's going to happen. Various articles talking about, for example of that, protesters gather 110 beaches in California, doubling down on a push to reopen California, these beaches and different things. This is May 1st, 2020, 3:27 p.m. So people, are beginning to protest and come against talking about reopening, related to their businesses, beaches, various other areas, man. In various states, they, the tensions are rising. They're flaring up. And there's another article. Tensions flare up at the LA Civic Center. Coronavirus, the stay-at-home orders. So people are starting to get tired. They get impatient, man. So that's what we have. We having that division. We also having that sedition. You know what I mean? And these things are going to just escalate worse and worse later on down the line until a full implementation is going to happen, where pretty much it's going to be manifest and be made known pretty much across the country. So this was just a few articles, a few verses and articles relating to that, and this is something short relating to. Let me read this one here, Psalms 62, 4 and 6. I've got this one. They only consult to cast him down from his excellencies. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Salah. My soul wait. Thou only upon Yahweh, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be removed. That relates to 1 through 12, talks about a calm resolve to wait for the salvation of Yahweh. A calm resolve to wait for the salvation of Yahweh. That's 62, 4 through 6 of Psalms. Alright, now that would be, that's going to be pretty much it. The word wallow is pretty much a person indulge in unrestrained way in something that creates a pleasurable sensation. Pretty much self-indulgence. A good example of that, various types of sins. You know what I mean? And various types of sins and iniquities could be an example of that. That's wallow. Alright, that's I'm going to begin to end this. This is something short. I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahshua, B'Shem Rakadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles, GMS groups, who was the light teacher, 100% true, Shalom, Barakathum to them. Give all praise to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahshua, B'Shem Rakadish. The water Shalom, thanks.